Yeah.
Good. Tell me about when TJ gets on. Tell me about TJ, how that happened, man. How'd you link up with TJ?
TJ's been an artist that I've always just, known his stuff, what I mean, and just admired. Was like a fan. And then Sharon Burke started to manage him, and then I got to know him really well through Sharon. And then Sharon was like, "Yeah, you guys should really collaborate and do." I'm like, "Yeah." So we just kind of he had been to my studio a couple of times here in Miami, done a couple other things. So this is it. Funny enough, this song is not the first song we've done.
Right.
It's just really the first song that's been released. So we've done quite a few stuff here before.
TJ, what's happening?
One DJ Buck.
We good. We talking about you, man. We talking about you.
First of all, let me apologize for being so late, for reaching so late, bro. I had some things doing, so my apology. Respect and manners in a Shaggy me generally. I don't know. Blessings.
Indeed, sir.
All the time.
TJ, Shaggy. Now, when you guys first got together in the studio, was it automatic chemistry? Was it instant chemistry? Because sometimes you got to work at it, or did it automatically click?
Listen, Buck. You see me now, TJ. You see from a reach a Shaggy house. From a reach Shaggy house, anything Shaggy see Allah, because I want to learn something, and to be working with Shaggy, trust me, I've learned a lot. You get me? So being at Shaggy house was just a learning experience for me. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. So once I'm around Shaggy or anything, I don't have anything to say. I just listen, and anything himself, I just work with it and do it.
Now, as the TJ, as the youth, did you ever think growing up watching Shaggy move? Because Shaggy was moving around when you were probably 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah, 7, 8.
So when did you imagine that you would work with? I'm sorry, Shaggy. I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Did you imagine that you would work with this superstar one day?
Well, honestly, I always wanted to work with legends who were still alive, like Shaggy. Honestly, from my tender years growing up. So I think this was ordained, Yeah, man, God plan.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Buck, it really felt natural. It was kind of and that because the thing is that like I said, this is not the first song we have done. It's the first one being released. So we did other stuff. He had done some stuff with one of my guys, Costi here. He had done something on my album actually that's not released that as yet that I've been making. So I already kind of realized his vocal range. I mean, this guy's got out of many dancehall artists that I don't think anybody got the vocal range that what TJ. He'll go low and he'll go super, super high. He could sing. I mean, TJ could sing like a R&B, any R&B crooner.
Right.
You might hear him just doing these dance offs. I remember he played me a song, and it was a cover of an old R&B song that I think Sharon had played it for me, and I'm listening to him like, if you didn't tell me that's TJ, I wouldn't know, because that's just how he could actually do these really ballad, some type of Lionel Richie type shit. He could do that shit. I mean, Babyface, whatever, he could do everything. That. And then he could come down and do that chopping, just real hard stuff. And that's what is brilliant about him. So when we come into this cultivate this record, it was good. And with Galem Time, he does a lot of pain records, which is really, really lovely, and a lot of street record. But with this record, what was good about it is that we're really making a statement saying, you look in all the dancehall now, most of the dancehall is filled with like a bunch of dudes dancing together, I mean, video light on, and we really want to get back to just having the girls then be the center of the whole party. And I mean, and so that was the real message of it, and it just kind of came off great. A lot of people feeling it.
That's great right there. TJ, how's it feel to know that this man knows so much about you and your style and everything? I mean, Shaggy knows a lot of people. He's on tour with Sting now. TJ, he's with Sting. But when he goes down, he talks about you as if he knows you, he listens to you. That's a good feeling right there.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. It means a lot to me,
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, as I tell you before, working with such a great icon, it means a lot to me. And words can't even explain, you know? Yeah, I mean,
How important is it for you to take your sound and represent that little island of Jamaica to the world? Shaggy has done it over and over again. Now you have to take that sound and bring it to different parts of the world. And I always say that such a big sound comes out of such a small place like Jamaica. It
Yeah,
changed the world, and
yeah,
it still is. So
yeah, it means a lot, you know, and as I said before, it's not easy, you know. You know that book, it's not easy, but with the work of Shaggy and with the help of Sharon and the help of Shaggy, I guess I just have to focus and just do what's right, you know?
yeah,
yeah.
Honestly, and just do music, just sing. Don't think about anything else and just sing. So I'm very grateful to be on the platform with Shaggy and everything, you know. But I still have to remember this is not it, you know, this is not the peak, you know. We have a lot more to do, you know.
Exactly. Willpower.
It's very important.
who do you do this for, TJ? Who do you make music for? Like, what inspired you to do it, and what are you out to prove?
Well, my kids actually, you know, as a young youth, I'm just 28 years old, and I get a lot of kids in a book, 5 kids. So
5?
yeah, man, I'm actually doing it for them, you know.
Slow down.
Yeah. Buck, you ain't got no TV, Buck.
No,
You know? 28 and 5 kids, bro. He ain't got no TV, man.
no
That boy
TV.
busy. That boy busy, man.
Yeah, bro. So I'm just doing it for them, bro. I'm just doing this for them. Make sure not just a house or a car or a chain, getting a house or a car or a chain and just feel like, yeah, this is it, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
generational wealth.
Yeah.
Generational wealth.
it has to
Generation.
be.
Yeah, man.
Shaggy, we talk about the difficulty of coming out of Jamaica. I mean, it's hard right now, but you guys, Jamaica has made such an impact on the world, but it's still hard for
It
artists.
is hard, but you know, nothing good is easy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the person that I live for the uncomfortable. You know, you cannot, anytime it's comfortable, then it's stagnant. You know, so I step outside of my comfort zone and try and find comfort outside my comfort zone. And that's when I know I'm getting somewhere.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's not easy, but you know, when you think about a little country like this, like Jamaica, you know,
Like
around
Jamaica, you know, around
3 million
3
people.
million people.
When you think about what the impact it has had on global culture, you know, everything that you've seen, you know, Doja Cat doing or whatever, be Rihanna or Katy Perry, that's Grace Jones, bro. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And when you look at the impact that it has had on global culture, it's amazing. You know, reggaeton comes from there. You know, hip hop itself was birthed out of it, and it has influenced many other genres. You know, it's quite amazing.
it is
And
amazing.
there's a magic. And as far as I find myself in a position to use my platform to introduce the new because I've done my part. The future is TJ. You know what I mean? The future is all these acts coming out. So it's our job to educate,
Yep.
to make them better than what we are. You know, the mistakes we made, I tell my mistakes over and over to them so that they know not to make those mistakes ever. You know, I mean, I've had quite a lot because we didn't know what we're doing. We guinea pigging this. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
the first to ever do a whole lot of stuff, and there are people who benefited after me because I made mistakes, and they saw it and was like, okay, Shaggy did it. Well, we're not going to do that. You know what I mean? So that's my job to do that, and that's why when you look at all the hits that I've done, you know, I did Wasn't Me with Rick Rock, an unknown Jamaican I did with Rayvon. You know, he was a big superstar, unknown act at the time with Angel. You know, I just did I Need Your Love, which is a record you played with Mohambi and Fady, two unknown artists. I just did Banana with Conqueror, another unknown
Conquer,
artist
yeah,
out of Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? And then we do local, you know, with Godunga, we're at 170 million streams with me, Sean, and Spice, which is 3 dancehall, 3 Jamaican act. Jay Will is the director, a Jamaican director, and VP Records, a Jamaican company. And that's me sending that message to say, yo, we could do this ourselves and we could actually create that, you know, because that's what used to happen. You know, we didn't have to rely on anything outside. We just got to create really great music and get it done. And in the great thing about having an artist is having an artist that has work ethic. You know what I mean? You could be really, really talented. You could have, you know, 90% talent and 10% work ethic, and nobody ever heard of you, and will never hear of you. And you could have 10% talent and 90% work ethic and be the biggest star in the world.
Right.
You know, and work ethic gets you a lot of way. And that's what I love about TJ. That guy doesn't shy away from work. That guy's like, okay, let's go get it. You know what I mean?
He
So
wants to work.
I'll always push for him because of that, because, you know, he goes and he gets it. He's like, he just told you, like, I'm doing this for my kids. This ain't even about nothing else. This is about creating generational wealth and changing his financial cycle of his family cycle. You know what I mean? And I buy into that. If that's what you're doing, hey, yo, I'm soldiering it up with you.
Yeah. Man, TJ, man, you was announced as the brand ambassador for the Youth for Excellence, the nonprofit organization. So the kids, you're doing something for the youth, not just your kids, but you're touching the youth of Jamaica too. You're on mute.
Yeah, man, every youth. The youths of the future, you know. So as I get a youth, I always try to do music for the youths, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you study my music, I'm always crying out to the ghetto youths.
Yep.
Pre-music, pre-money, pre-life, pre-wealth, you know, pre-ambition, don't pre-death, you know. Yeah, so being a part of the youth excellence journey is a wonderful journey. Honestly, we went to a community like Trenchtown, Tivoli Garden, community I never think of going before.
Yeah.
You know, just to sing to the youths, give a few positive message, because these youths never really ever seen an artist before. Most of them only see an artist on their television, you know? So me being a part of it as a dancer artist, telling the youths positive things, giving them positive message, trust me, it means a lot to them. I swear, about.
How's it make you feel? It means a lot to them, but how does it make you feel inside knowing that you're making a difference?
Anything has to do with positive vibration and positive energy, I'm always grateful to be a part of it. Honestly. Yeah.
Now, with Shaggy teaching you what he's teaching you, there's a little kid right now in Jamaica looking at you. What advice would you give this little kid about the business, about the future? What advice would you give them?
Yo, it's rough, so just buckle up and, you know, get ready for the journey. It's not an easy road.
Yeah.
How do you maintain to stay on track with a mentor like Shaggy? How do you because the entertainment business is crazy. How do you maintain keep focused?
I think determination, because most artists always blame music, like blame the situation, like, yo, you know, just because we're from Montego Bay and we're a country artist, I think we get more fight, and I think they don't give us what we deserve, you know, but nothing like that. And Shaggy said before, work ethic. You have to believe in what you do and work for it. You get me? You can't just come and feel like hundreds of artists in Kingston. Why you feel you're the best? Like, there's a lot of artists we can listen to right now and choose from. Why you think you're the best? You have to show people a difference, you know. You have to show them that, yo, I'm determined, dedication, hard work, the passion, the drive,
yeah,
everything, you know, from music, so people can believe in what you are doing, you know. Yeah, man. So it's just different, bro. And as an artist growing up from Montego Bay, you know, we never had a lot of artists. It was just a few artists who we look up to and like think about it like, yo, we're gonna do that too. You get me? We always like seeing the other artists them from Kingston, Jamaica doing it, and we from the countryside be like, yo, you know, we are gonna do that too. It's like we can do it too.
Yeah. You're doing it now.
And we did do it.
You're doing it.
Actually have a lot more to do, but you know, as I said before, I'm very thankful for being right here, right now. Even right now, talking to Buck, talking to Shaggy, it means a lot, Buck. I swear, honestly.
Shaggy, it sounds to me like you guys have developed a friendship too, you know, in this business.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, he's been to the studio a couple of times. You know, and we've, you know, coming to Miami, come through, and you know, I mean, obviously, you know, my relationship with Sharon is pretty tight, and that's Sharon's son right there. You know what I mean? That's her.
She always talks about him. All the time.
That's her son right there. So obviously, he's close to me because he's mad close to Sharon. I'm gonna look out for him in every way possible and give him every knowledge that I have, you know.
Mhm.
And he's just a real hard guy. He's a guy. Is what you listening there to TJ right there? What you just talking is all heart. You know what I mean? There's nothing fake or whitewashed over it. That's all heart. You know what I mean? He's an emotional guy. He's gonna talk to you with emotions. You
I
know,
like
and
that.
that's what I like when he make records too. Some of the records you hear those raw emotions in those records. And they're gonna be those pain records. And he's gonna tell you about his journey and tell you about how he sees it. You know what I'm saying? I'm really looking forward to even going in the studio and creating a full-length album with him. You know, because I know those stories are stories that are gonna be relatable stories. You know what I mean, to people from the streets. I mean, you've been to my neighborhood, Buck. You saw where I come from, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
and
you yeah, you
yeah.
brought me down to Trench Town. You were using Trench Town. I'm like, holy crap, what am I
No,
doing in Trench
no, that
Town?
was Raytone. It was
That was
Raytone.
Raytown. Yeah.
Raytone, yeah.
I went there. I'm
When
like, what am I doing here? It was a
yeah,
great time.
when you was
And
down there, yeah, when you was down in Raytone with me on by the prison and everything, and we're there, you know, promoting the record at that time. So I'm from that. So the pain that he talks about, I get it because I'm from that. You know what I mean? But what is for him to inspire, you know, tons of kid that was in it like me. I got out. You know what I'm saying? I was lucky,
but
you
Shaggy,
know.
you got out, but it's still in there. You
Oh
still
yeah.
you
Oh
still
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
you can't
That's what
take
I'm
that
saying. I
away.
was lucky. I was lucky. I'm still there. I'm still in it. So it's relatable what he's saying to me. You know what I mean? But I want him to actually tell that story and let every kid know that, yeah, see, I could do this too. You could do this too. You know what I mean? Because most of these kids that are born, they a lot of them, these younger kids are born and see me as this huge icon.
Right.
A lot of them don't know that I'm from that, you know, but they're TJ's age. They see TJ do it. They say, wow, I could really do that. Because, you know, they don't know it's that I'm from there. They're just like, yeah, Shaggy's always been a superstar.
He's always been a star.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah. But with, you know, it was like, no, man, I do from Shaggy, the Monday of it. Nobody knows my journey from that far back. And even if you tell it to them, you tell it to them is oh, wow, okay, cool. But if they're living it like how TJ is living it from, because he's in their age group and their bracket, their you know, their cycle that is there right now, it's more relatable. So that's why it's great that he's telling that story.
Yeah.
You know,
TJ, when you're recording the music sometimes, when you're telling the truth about the, Jamaica, the hard times, what you've been through, is it painful sometimes? Because sometimes great music can be painful. Sometimes a good song can actually touch you where it hurts you, because you're saying so much of the truth. Can it be painful sometimes?
Yeah, man, a lot of pain. Most of the time you cry too. You cry singing this music, you know?
Yeah.
Like I had a song called Wish I Had Wings to Touch the Sky. I was going through a lot, bro. I was going through a lot. Like all the pain, I just decided to put in the music, and bro, it had me crying in the studio all night, I swear. So music, it is pain, and once it hits you, trust me, you're gonna feel more pain.
Yeah.
Don't let them fool you, but you feel no pain. You're gonna feel more pain, bro. But sometimes you know music is what heals the pain. So I guess it's in between. You get me?
Yeah, music can do a lot of different things, and it
Yeah,
can make
man.
you dance, it can make you laugh, it can make you cry. And
Yeah,
music
man.
is one of the most important things in life, And Shaggy, you've been around music your whole life, and you talked about working outside the box, Shaggy, a little while ago. I was invited to see you in New York at a jazz show,
mm-hmm.
and you stepped outside your comfort zone, and you put on a hell of a show.
Yeah.
What was the deciding factor to make you do that? Was it to step out of your comfort zone and to prove to yourself that you are music?
Well, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited
Sorry.
for the unknown.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if there's something I've never done, I'm curious. I'm curious by nature. But what really helped me on that project was really Sting. I mean, Sting believed in me. Sting heard me sing Sinatra on a boat in Norway on our day off and just said, "Oh my God, that is amazing. Nobody knows you do this." And I'm like, I didn't know what I was doing. And he just kept at it. He kept at it, 2 years passed and we're in Vegas and he brought it up again. He's like, let's do it. And then at the top of the year, he shows up at my house and say, what are we doing? Let's go. And I'm here in Miami. He's at my house. and I'm calling musicians, and we're doing this. And then he's sitting down and taking every single vocal, you know, every note, correcting me, you know, just going through, and I'm like, wow, this is this is
Wow.
this is something I've never thought I would be doing. And then I ended up touring and doing them on the shows, and people realizing how popular these songs were, and what I was bringing to it was a whole different vibe. You know, what I mean, it's like finally you could roll up to like a Sinatra record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm making it okay to roll up to a Sinatra record. You know what I mean? It's like, is that just that vibe? You know, so it's good to do it. And when you get to an age like where I'm at, and the amount of time in service, that you look for those things that are outside the box and exciting, and you know, and uncomfortable, you know, and yeah, that's what makes you feel alive.
But you found your comfort zone. You found that lane, and you was on fire at that jazz show. You were good. It was a good
Thank
show.
you. Now we had some fun that night. Yeah,
Good
some
show.
fun.
TJ,
Big Leon.
discovering TJ. Sharon's working with you right now. How did she discover you, and how hard was it for you to get Sharon's attention? Like, what did you do to get everyone's attention?
Well, Sharon only have one son, right? Well, as long as you and Sharon's son is friend, and that friend rate you, just know you and Sharon is friends. So all I had to do was trick Sharon's son. No, but for real, I think I was in Miami at the time. You know, as I said before, I was going through personal stuff, you know? Yeah, personal stuff. And I had a friend who knew Sharon's son. And I think he was telling Sharon's son that I'm trying to get through with a work permit so I could do some shows in the state.
Yeah.
So that's when the link actually made with Sharon, because I was actually gonna run away in the state, you know.
Mm.
Yes.
And that's how
So
it started.
that's when we made the link with Sharon Burke, and Sharon Burke was like, no, just continue sing, do what you have to do. The embassy will grant you back a permit, man. Don't worry yourself. And from that we start, you know, connecting with each other and start go to places and start.
Yeah.
Like go to the studio, Inner Circle studio. We got the collab with Inner Circle, and from then till now we just start working, you know, and it never stopped.
And now you're hooked up with Shaggy. She introduced you to Shaggy, and now look at this. Records on the radio now, and more to come. And there's songs that you guys have done that I haven't heard yet. Shaggy, you gotta let them songs go, man. You gotta let them songs go.
Hey man, we just did a partnership. I just did a partnership with me and VP, because I'm about pushing the culture, and VP Records has been a part of the Jamaican culture and the fabric of dancehall culture from day one. I've had a great relationship with Chris and Randy. We ended up doing, because I had Church Eden with them also. I've done quite a few records, even with my earlier records like Big Up, came through VP on the earlier part. So the relationship was there, and I saw a way that we could actually work together and really move the culture forward, and decided to form a partnership with them. And so now we're going to be putting some records out and really kind of create a vibe moving forward, and getting things going. There's a lot of work, a lot of record, a lot of artists that I'm excited to work with. I got a great production team here that's with me, and so this year particularly. You seen Gallem Time is bubbling. By the time this drop, you see what's going on. We got a great team that we've put together with me, Chris and Randy and Aaron and all of that. We'll put it all together, and we want to win. We want to win. We want to go out there and really do this professionally and set it straight, and get the artists who want to be huge, who want to get their lives together. We're on board to work with them. That's where I'm at. That's what excites me these days.
But you just said something very important. The artists that want to do this. There are a lot of artists who don't want to put the work in. They want it to happen overnight. They want instant success. It doesn't happen like that.
And the thing is that we don't have time to waste. So if I approach an artist in the first couple of minutes or whatever, and they don't show up or they don't this, I'm okay. I'm on to the next.
Go on.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? I'm
Big
not,
up
I'm not,
VP.
you know, I got better things to do.
You know,
You know what I'm
VP
saying?
have an album to distribute for me also, book Rocksturch's album that we're working
Yeah.
on. Big up VP all the time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Well,
Bless
TJ, man, I want to thank you for checking in with me, Shaggy, of course. And one, TJ, just in this business, relationships are important. Like
Yes, sir.
I've met Shaggy years ago through the music, through the songs, but in between that time and now, we became close friends. So it's all about a relationship, and keep your relationships strong because they're gonna come in handy. You know, and
Yeah.
he's a good friend of mine. I look forward to becoming a good friend of yours. And whatever you need from me down the line, I'll be here for you. Shaggy will tell you that.
Yes, sir.
As I said before, Boka, the respect for Shaggy I have is very high, you know, bro, because I'm not a person good at communicating. I'm not good at communicating. So, like, just to listen to you guys speaking, talking, everything is just grateful to get the
Yeah.
knowledge to be around so I can learn from you guys, you know? It
And
means
I tell you what, TJ, Buck has been one of those real ones to the culture. Not a lot of people that's in the position that he is in on a major station like that really put that kind of effort behind Caribbean music like he has done. I could always call Buck and say, "Hey, Buck, I got some bubbling here.
Yeah.
Give me some strength on this," and ride, you know, and he'll research it and look at it and be like, "Yo, you know, Shag, this thing is really hot. Let's go." You know what I mean? And I've appreciated that with him over the years. You know what I mean? And we've had a great relationship. Me, him, Willie, D, you know, Pup, all of us. You know what I mean? And I appreciate what you do for the culture, Buck. 110%, bro.
I try to do my best, even though I'm not Jamaican. I think I'm an honorary Jamaican right now.
You're honorary Jamaican.
I think.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks a lot, man. I look forward to when you guys get in the area again. Tell Sharon I said hello. I met TJ. I met you in Miami a few years ago. You performed at
man,
Miami. Yeah, and that was a great. Your performance is amazing on stage. You just take over the crowd, and you have. If you're working with Shaggy, your stage performance has to be top tier. It has to be great.
Now he's naturally super dope. And you know, when people sing Buck, the thing about TJ, when you watch his show, you're not just hearing him, you're feeling it. And that's magic.
Yeah. That's something you can't teach. You have that.
You can't teach that. Nah, you can't teach that. Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks a lot. I will see you guys soon. I appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Give thanks. Respect.
All right, bro. Blessings.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.